Hi, I'm Jo. I just wanted to, on this bright sunny day, have a think about what's coming up in the next month or so at home and also at Muddy Puddles. First on my list of things to do is I have 2 flower beds, which is very exciting, which need revamping. One at the front because we had tiles come off in the storms last year and they were replaced, and there was scaffolding there and builders stomping on it, and it was pretty battered and hopeless, so that needs replanting. And then there's another garden flower bed in the side garden which runs alongside of the house, and the scaffolding needs to go up there and the chimney needs to be repaired, so that flower bed is going to be hit pretty hard, so that will need a revamp too. And I also was hit really hard with the drought last year, so I've got lots of work to do there. Around the pond area, which is this side of the house, I had lots of frost damage, so at the beginning of March I will cut back all that frost damage. I will have a look to see if any new shoots emerge. Some things will come back, some things won't, and then I will have to make decisions about what I am putting into those spaces. And then also in March, I now have my lovely seed racks. It's the Willow staging. Now the previous ones I bought were about £10, I think, £10–12. So yeah, it cost me £14. The reason I'm not using once I bought a new one is they're so useful. My son's pinched by one. I like this one because it's really reasonably priced, although it's not really robust and really strong. It's strong enough and it packs away into quite a small box which can sit on the top of the shelf for the winter. It's really quick to put up, really quick to take down, and fits standard trays on quite nicely. Racks, and the width of those is the same as a standard seed tray, so that's really helpful. So you should have 3 of those, and you have just very simple connectors and 3 lengths of pipe, and they just slot together really easily. That one, I think, yes. So with those two sizes of pipe, it's a smaller one that goes across the shelf. So you make up a frame with a rectangle. May take me a minute, with the shortest pipe and the longest pipe. There. These are great because they're standard fittings. You can build them higher. If you do build them higher, what you will need to do is fix it to something because they get top heavy and become unstable. So that's important to do. As I say, they fit standard trays. It's really good. One other little pimp that I have done, I have cut out a piece of board that fits exactly that size. I have put tin foil shiny side out on one side, some pretty paper the other side because it is just part of an old box, and then Used a hole punch to make 3 holes and just some regular old zip ties that have gone through there. And then I undo one of these, take one of these pipes off and slot it through. In fact, I will do it on the bottom one so you can see, because this one at the back, slot that through my lovely zip ties that I have on there. It's a really simple thing to do. Put that end in there. Just do zip ties at the top, which enables me to be able to lift it very easily to check on my seedlings. And the reflective strip and reflects back the sunlight, which means you get less leggy seedlings. So I fit those to make the most of the light. The added benefit of having one of these is there's less access for my dogs to come in, because I must have the strangest dogs. They absolutely love any small growing plants, and they eat them, they nibble them, they uproot them, they sit on them. I have got plenty of growing space indoors for what I need. I will be deciding which vegetables to sow, which will be... It's always tricky for me because here at home I don't have very much growing space for vegetables. I've got 3 raised beds, one of which is mostly full of rhubarb. We have a lot of cats in here. I have to fence off, otherwise the cats dig everything up and it's not very pleasant, so I have to net the whole area. So it's just 3 small raised beds, so I have to be a bit selective about what I choose to plant vegetable wise. But what I can go crazy over, because I have such a lot of space, are my flowers that I'm going to grow from 2 flower beds. Hello, Willow. Yes, so I'm looking forward to that. There will also be lots of perennial vegetables and things I can put down at Muddy Puddles. And at Muddy Puddles itself, I have to preserve and paint my pump house, my shed, as soon as it dries out enough to do that. I also have 120 holly and juniper bushes. Sorry, the puppies are really, really distracting. They're very cute. I spend a lot of my time being distracted by them. So I have 120 holly and juniper plants that need to go in. They're going to be planted as a screen from the main road so that the pump house and shed is less visible, for both security and for aesthetics. So that would be something to get into. The time lapse of the willow, my husband very kindly went down to Muddy Puddles and put in lots and lots of willow for me over a couple of days over the half term. Took a helper with him. That was brilliant. There's still a bit more to plant, so I will be popping down, having a stock take and putting a little bit more willow in. And the other thing I've got to do, I filmed loads and loads of this, and the film is unusable because the wind and the weather and general conditions, but I had an unboxing of my fruit orchard trees and a planting of some of my tree trios, and just the video's unusable. It's too rainy, too windy, so I've had to put up with lots of me sitting in my house talking at you. Not quite as exciting, but I will try and film some of that. I have 8 trees left to plant, and I'll go through the tree varieties that I've chosen and why, and they're going into my tree rows, my tree guilds, and I am planting alongside them alder as a nitrogen fixing tree as well. And they're being planted on some digging swales and making a bank. I've got to finish that, and then so we'll have the alder and the fruit trees as canopy. We'll come down from there, we'll have some shrubs and some fruit bushes, and then herbs and a little herbaceous layer on the ground cover. So it'll be interesting to see those being built and how they grow together and how they evolve together, which will be nice. So I've got to finish digging up my swales. And last year we put in 2 acres of woodland, and it's time to go down and do some maintenance down there. check the bottoms of the trees are clear, check the tree tubes are still on, check that the tree sticks upright, just general maintenance. I think we will have lost some of them from the drought conditions we had last summer, but it's going to be a natural woodland. Things have got to make it or not make it. It's on them to thrive or not. So some of those might need replacing, I'm not sure yet, but we'll go around and check that together hopefully. And that's my plans for this year. So the puppies are still being very distracting. See this cuteness I have to deal with? How can anybody not be distracted by that cuteness? Yeah, so hello. See, I told you they were distracting. They're playing in the background. Say hello, Willow. Say goodbye, Willow. Say goodbye. Bye bye. We'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.